Welcome to TSC Touchdown Friday. Brought to you by TSC, GA Windsor & Son, Starley Insurance, Walmart, Miller's Corral, and Tailgaters.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into Harmon Field here in Wapakoneta, Ohio, where today the Wapakoneta Chiefs host the Upper Scioto Valley Rams in the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl to wrap up this season. It's a special edition of Touchdown Friday here on a Sunday afternoon. Little players, big game. You're listening to Game Face Ohio on TSC.
Looking for an easier way to pay the bills and balance the budget? There couldn't be an easier way than with TSC's Total Talk Plus. With Total Talk Plus, you can get Total Talk plus basic cable, Total Talk plus high-speed internet, or Total Talk plus basic cable and high-speed internet with costs starting as low as $59.95 per month. It doesn't get any easier than this. Talk soon.
Back here at Harmon Field, where today the championship for the Junior Buckeye League will be decided, as these two undefeated teams will match up here on this beautiful field on a gorgeous afternoon. I'm Dan Hirn along with Alan Metzger. Alan, both of these teams, successful seasons, undefeated coming into this game. They've both gone through the playoffs, a two-round playoff. Let's take a look at how USV got to this ball game. They had two rounds of the playoffs, Alan, and
well, the Upper Scioto Valley Rams opened with a okay.
In the first round, I believe they had a win over LCC, and they were the LCC team came out of the Gray division as a wild card team.
Yeah, and then they played the St. Charles team that came out of the same division that the Chiefs played in.
Right.
So,
and that's the Scarlet division that Wapak was the champion of. But and on the Wapak side, they went through the same two rounds of playoffs to get here. For them, they had wins over the Cairo Bobcats.
Yes, correct.
Out of Scarlet, and also over Perry.
Perry, that's right.
They were both wildcard teams out of two different divisions. As far as the standings went for the regular seasons, both of these teams were undefeated, and we take a look at the Heisman division.
Yes, so we have Upper Scioto Valley going undefeated in division play, and then their non-division play, they won that game also. They're an undefeated team.
For the Chiefs, they came out of the Scarlet division. As we get set for the start of today's ball game, USV will have the ball first, and it'll be up the middle, up to about the 40-yard line.
Nice play to start the game here, 5-yard gain. Both of these teams are very physical football teams.
Right, Alan, you have a unique perspective on this ball game, and it's great to have you in the booth with that you were coaching in this Junior Buckeye League this year and got to coach against both of these teams.
Right. The thing I recall about playing these teams was just the level of physical play. They're both not afraid to hit, and I remember USV's number 10 running back would get up ahead of steam and be very successful.
For USV, that's Keith Colton, 120-pound sixth grader. Flag on the play, and it's going to go against USV, and that's interesting because talking to Bob Compton before the game, he mentioned that they've only had 4 penalties all season long, and that was something he was very proud of.
Yeah, we got to get those jitters out of the system. Both of these teams are excited to play. Avoiding pre-snap penalties is very important.
Live formation again for USV. There's the pitch. And they bring it around to the near side. He's going to be able to gain about 3 yards.
Dan, it looks to me that
Dan,
it just looks to me that these teams are playing a little bit tentative right now, which you'd expect in a big game like this.
Well, with the early drives, early possessions for both teams, a lot of times they do a lot of feeling out to see where they're going to be successful, right?
Sure. And these teams haven't faced each other all year, so they don't know the tendencies of each other. I'm sure they watched film, but this is the first time head-to-head.
On a third down play, back to pass. Fired out to the near side, and it's going to be intercepted. Schoonover will take it, and he's going to get down inside the 35-yard line and wrestled out of bounds near the 32.
Nice play on defensive coverage there.
So the first big play of the afternoon is a turnover taken away by the Chiefs. 8:23 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll get through a few of the rules as we go along here, but they have special rules at this level, and all of them designed to enrich the experience for these kids. Herb, the quarterback, he'll hand it off, going to the left side. And out to the 30-yard line is Jace Copeland. Now, Copeland is an interesting story because he comes in with a broken arm.
That's right. He broke his hand or his arm in like the 4th game of the season. Sat out, I believe it was the 5th game, and came back for the last game of the season and ended the playoffs.
I was told before the game that he broke it in a stiff arm. So it's a self-inflicted wound, I guess.
That ball game was a very physical game. Here we go.
Here's a handoff off to the right side, and getting inside the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. And a nice scamper there for Manny Voorhees.
Nice play on the right-hand side there. Looked like it was right off tackle.
And it didn't take Wapak long to turn that turnover into points. Well, he just turned on the speed there and ran away from the defenders. So a 2-point conversion coming up. Now they are allowed to kick extra points.
That's correct, but you see at this level they prefer to run the ball, go for the 2-point conversion.
The pitch to Voorhees and nothing doing as USV shuts that one down. All right, we'll take a break here after Wapak jumps on top by a score of 6-0. You're watching the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl on TSC.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for.
Back here at Harmon Field, and you'll notice that we didn't have a kickoff coming back out of that timeout, and that's because in this league, they just start the ball at the 35-yard line, one of the rules that we talked about. And a good carry on first down sets up USV with a 2nd down and short.
I believe that's their fullback, number 50. Both of their running backs right there at that cutoff limit on weight. So they're big backs. This defense for the Chiefs is going to have to play with a low pad level.
That was Dakota Donovan, the fullback, number 50. And they run the option to pitch, and that one was sniffed out well by the Wapak defense. Making the stop in the back is Wyatt Moeller.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that we have a weight restriction in this league. They have a weigh-in at the start of the season, and any player that's over 120 pounds must have an X on their helmet. What that forces them to do is to play from a down position, so they're not allowed to be ball carriers. Actually, if they do get the ball, the play stops right there at that spot.
Now, my coach put an X on my helmet when I played in high school, and that meant do not play. Under center here in the pitch to Keith, coming
Nice.
to the near side. He's going to get up close to the 40-yard line, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. A little bit more explanation here, Alan, as to what the differences are in the rules.
Well, we've got 4 10-minute quarters, and when there is a punt, they will stop the clock. There's no kickoff, and they're going to get the ball starting each possession after a score on the 35. The 25-yard punt is half the distance if it's inside the 30.
So, and you see, in this situation, this is one of those where the coach can make the choice of whether to physically punt the ball or to just take the 20 yards, is it?
Right. You have the option to kick the ball if you elect to, but usually at this level, the coaches are more conservative, and they'll take the given 25.
So on the 4th down, USV will kick it away. We have an opportunity here to take a look at the starters for these two teams.
We got Kenevi at left tackle, Preezer at left guard, Hurley at center, Moyler at right guard, and Goulet at right tackle.
Here's the handoff. Going off the right side across the 40 and up to the 41-yard line.
And we have Erb at quarterback, Jace Copeland at fullback, Gage Shank at slot, Jacob Place at a tight end position, and Schoonover at the wide receiver.
That was a 7-yard pickup by Jace Copeland on that carry.
If you watch the Redskins on Friday night, you'll see some similarities between the offense the Chiefs run and the high school team.
There's a pitch here, and Voorhees shut down. He's going to be stopped. Looked like short of the line of scrimmage, so a 3rd down coming up. We'll see if they mark it for a loss.
They like to get Voorhees to the edge if they can.
Now, you mentioned the similarities. Is that something that these coaches talk about?
Well, actually, before the season started, Wapakoneta High School coach called us all in and encouraged us to, that we're doing a great job here, and if we're interested, he'd give us all the help that we needed. And a lot of teams adopted the offensive style that the high school team runs.
Big play there for Copeland off the right side. He'll pick up the 1st down and more into USV territory down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
You'll notice we got a replay here.
So they've done a good job of dividing this the workload up evenly. Voorhees and Copeland both with the same number of yards rushing so far. And now
nice
Voorhees is going to take the lead in that category as he snaps off another nice run down to the 20. Let's take a look at the USV defense.
We've got Neil Compton out at defensive end, Hunsicker at tackle, Castle at nose, Roberts at right tackle, and Donovan at right defensive end.
And a handoff this time to the right side. Copeland with it. Gets down to the 15. And the rest of that USV defense.
At linebacker, we got Lowry at outside linebacker, Colton Keith at middle linebacker, and Moots at the outside linebacker. And we got Wyatt Daniels at cornerback, Quentin Parker at the other cornerback, and J.J. Overs at safety.
And from the line, Voorhees takes the handoff. He's going to gain positive yards down inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. And so far, that USV defense has not had an answer for this strong running game of Wapak.
Two very physical teams, big backs. Takes a lot of guys to bring these running backs down.
And for this defense, they've got to keep an eye on both of those guys in the backfield. Half of the battle is just determining on which one has the ball.
And that's right. You'll see these players are running out their fakes really well this afternoon.
Voorhees again off the right side. He's going to be down close to the goal line. And he's stopped by Donovan near the goal line. So Wapak threatening to take a 2-score lead here with 2:55 remaining in the first quarter.
They're sniffing that end zone. I wouldn't be surprised for a play up the middle here. They like the trap.
Voorhees has had the last 2 carries. He lines up to the right. Copeland takes the handoff, goes right up the middle, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. So now they're even in that category as well. Voorhees and Copeland each with a rushing touchdown.
Just base blocking there. Offensive line did a good job of establishing the line of scrimmage into the end zone.
We got a Chief down in the end zone there. Coach is coming out to take a look. Looks like he's up quickly. They'll escort him off the field. I didn't see the number.
Yeah, it was hard to pick that up. Well, it's nice to see him walking off the field. You'd hate to see an injury on a special day like today.
Right. So Wapak will line up for their second 2-point attempt. They were not able to convert the last time out. And it'll be the quarterback running to the near side. Shakes off a couple tacklers and is finally brought down as Brady Erb ran into a mess of Rams over there. So 0 for 2 on the 2-point conversions for Wapak here in this first half, but they do open up a 12-0 lead with 2:30 remaining here in the first quarter.
Nice drive by the Chiefs. Build an early lead like that, and it will force the opposition into a passing style that they're probably not wanting to use.
But for USV, they've had a limited time with their offense on the field. They've only ran about 5 plays. So
key for USV is to getting their big back Keith Colton, number 10, on track. We're looking at number 11, Jason Moots. He's the quarterback for the USV Rams. This is his 4th Super Bowl game.
Here's the handoff to the up back. And he hit at the line of scrimmage, shakes off one man, has 2 men on him and fights his way up to the 45-yard line. He's close to a first down. That was Donovan.
Nice play, physical play. Bounces off one tackle.
So Moots, the quarterback there. He's done a good job so far, and as you said, he's experienced. Playing this. Again, they give the handoff to Donovan, and he pushes his way up across midfield to the 49-yard line on the Wapak side of the field. Let's take a look at the starters for USV on the offensive line.
Okay, we've got Roberts at left tackle, Freitag at left guard, Castle at center, Compton at right guard, and Hunsicker at right tackle.
Those are the big boys up front. Moots will come under center on a 2nd down and 4. Handoff again, Donovan up the middle, and he's going to be stopped just a yard short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Looks like they're trying to get some quick hitting plays there.
And Wapak has not had an answer for Donovan so far.
At tailback, Colton Keith. Fullback, Donovan. getting much of the workload here. Daniels at tight end, Roars at the other tight end, and Lowry at wide receiver.
I don't believe we've seen a pass play from either team so far, which I think is typical of this level of play. Moots with the handoff. And this time it's Keese off the left side. He's got the first down and more. Across the 40 to the 35. He will be untouched and get into the end zone on the far side.
Nice play. He was able to get to the edge and get upfield. He's got some speed, that's for sure.
He ran away from the crowd on the far side. And USV gets into the end zone for the first time today.
We've got
let me take a look at this one again. And I didn't see anybody get a hand on him.
Nope.
There it was. But it didn't stay there for very long.
Yeah, the Chiefs need to try to string that out a little bit and let their defense come for help.
He'll get the handoff again. This time he's stopped at the line of scrimmage, so neither team having much success on the two-point conversions. 4:34 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Wapak Chiefs are on top 12-6. You're watching the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl on TSC.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Back here at Harmon Field, and the Wapak Chiefs getting ready to take their third possession.
Strength on the left side, running weak side.
There's a handoff. And a couple of yards maybe over there for Copeland.
They had some success on their touchdown with a base blocking. It looks like they went back to the well there for that play.
They'll mark that ball at about the 38-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play. And I clearly read the scoreboard wrong earlier, because there was more like 43 seconds left after 4 minutes.
I don't think we'll get another play in this quarter. I think we're going to the second.
Looks like some confusion on personnel out there for USV, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. All right, after 1 quarter of play, it's the Chiefs 12 and the Rams 6. You're watching the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl on Game Face Ohio.
Miller's Corral, located in the Grand View Plaza, is your partner in the furniture and appliance business. Miller's Corral boasts an extensive collection of fine furniture and appliances from brands you trust, such as Spring Air, Flex Steel, Howard Miller, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Whirlpool. Miller's Corral, your partner in the furniture and appliance business. Tonight's broadcast of TSC Touchdown Friday is brought to you by TSC, G.A. Windsor & Son, Stolly Insurance, Walmart, Miller's Corral, and Tailgaters.
Back here for the start of the second quarter. And 1 play already in as Voorhees took it off the left side. He was stopped at about the line of scrimmage, and we have an injured player down for USV. Coach is out there taking a look at him. 10-minute quarters here at this level. And
he's up.
unfortunately, the two youngsters that have gone down so far in this game got up quickly. And
as Joe Cotterman, he actually was making the tackle on the play.
so it brings up a 3rd down and 8 for the Chiefs. They have had a lot of success on the ground today.
That last play, they went double tight. Let's see what kind of formation they use this time. Again, they've got double tight, strength to the right side.
Back to pass, and over the middle, caught. Big play up across midfield to the 40, and finally brought down at the 36-yard line. And I believe that was Jacob Place on the receiving end of that one.
That was their tight end. He slipped right behind the linebackers and made himself available for that pass.
Nice connection from Brady Erb. Put that right where he needed it. Now that is the first completion of this ball game so far, and it goes for good yardage.
Again, we've got double tight.
Hand off Copeland, left side across the 30. Breaks out of the tackle. He gets down to the 20-yard line. A good job by Colton Keith to stay with him and bring him down.
That's just a five-hole dive play there. And Copeland did a nice job. Base blocking by the offense.
Now the ball at the 20-yard line on the USV side of the field. Erb under center. Hand off Voorhees, this time to the left. Gets spun around, gets down inside the 15. Looks like he got down to about the 13-yard line.
Chiefs doing a good job of mixing it up with their backs. I mean, they've pretty much balanced the carries between their two big backs.
And you're right, they have evenly split, each with 7 carries so far. Both Copeland and Voorhees each have a rushing touchdown. I suppose they flip a coin over there. And a timeout going to be called here.
Put in the work in practice. You know, you want to be rewarded in the game time, and both of those backs work extremely hard.
Timeout going to be taken by the Chiefs with 8:11 to play here in this opening half. Chiefs leading 12-6. We should congratulate LCC with the junior the JV squad won in double overtime over Perry, 18-12.
Exciting game. Exciting game. 6-6 for most of the game, and then they got to 12s and really balanced.
Right. Now we talked to Coach Bob Compton before. This is his 5th season, and I asked him what he stresses to his players, going through the process of coaching. He said that his predecessor stressed respect being earned, and that was the one thing that he wanted these kids to take away from the time they spent playing on his team.
That's sound coaching philosophy there. Respect the game, respect your teammates, respect the opposition.
Copeland hit and dropped near the line of scrimmage as USV was all over that play. And now a 4th down coming up. No, 3rd and 4. USV has shown spots where they've been able to stop this running game of Wapak, but Wapak has consistently been able to run the ball today.
Yeah, they've liked to keep it inside the tackles here. We haven't seen much sweep action. And right as I say it, here we got a right off tackle play.
And Voorhees is going to skate in. Nice run. And into the end zone for a touchdown. Manny Voorhees. He's a 6th grader. For Voorhees, that gives him 79 yards on the day on 8 carries. And he has 2 touchdowns.
Nice block there by one of the guards there, springing him for that big gainer. Touchdown.
Wapak's team has 15 6th graders and 10 5th graders on the roster. For Upper Scioto Valley, they're really heavy on the 5th graders with 19, only 9 6th graders on their roster.
The Upper Scioto Valley team actually won the varsity Super Bowl last year. So you'd figure they were heavy on sixth graders last year being the champs.
Right. Back to pass. Herb into the end zone, and that one's going to be caught. And that was Place again.
He's getting warmed up.
His second reception. This one goes for a 2-point conversion, and it pushes the lead to 20-6 for the home team.
Well, you figure if they're spying on Jace Copeland or they're spying on Voorhees, you know, tight ends are going to be available.
Here you see the replay. Herb floats it up there, and a nice leaping catch by Place.
Nice play by the quarterback. You don't get a whole lot of passing opportunities, so you don't want to get too amped up. And
well, he has taken advantage of his. He's 2 for 2 on the afternoon, I believe.
Nice scoring drive there. And conversion.
So they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line, and USV will get another opportunity with the ball. They have tried to, they have scored on their last possession, would like to get a little bit more consistency out of their offense.
I'd suspect that their linebackers are spying on number 10. He's their big play running back. He likes to get to the edge. Looks like Dunaphan's done a pretty good job up the middle.
Yeah, on the last possession, he ripped off 3 consecutive positive running plays to start that drive. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to take another timeout. We're talking with the coaches before the game as well, and I think when you're at this level, you have to be conscious of how much information you're giving the kids.
Sure.
I would think, because you don't want to overload them.
Sure. I mean, at this level, you're really focusing on fundamentals, pad level. We want knee benders, and you definitely want to try to keep it simple for them. But on the other hand, you know, our philosophy is to try to use a very similar nomenclature that the high school is using. So you want these guys to be prepared once they hit 7th grade. You know,
the vernacular's already there.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure coaching these kids. It's amazing how much they can absorb. You know, I've just been extremely impressed with our team, how much they can learn and how much improvement they can make over the course of a pretty short season.
Moots will hand it off to Keith, and he lost the handle at the 40-yard line. It's scooped up by Wapak.
Nice team defense there.
I wasn't able to see who the Chief was that picked it up, but Wapak definitely recovered it at the 39-yard line.
We've got a replay here.
There you see Keith going off to the right. And he gets lost in a crowd there, but diving in.
I think Nick Schoonover might have made that tackle.
Okay. Not what USV was looking for. They give Wapak the short field here. And that's 2 turnovers now for USV. One, the early interception that led 3 plays later to a touchdown. And now the fumble here at the 39-yard line. We'll see what Wapak does with it.
You'll notice at change of possession, you know, the officials do grant the coaches a little bit of time to talk to the players. Actually, no timeout, I don't think, is being charged at this time.
Now, at the JV level, there's one coach on the field, right?
That's correct. Usually your offensive coordinator's in that offensive huddle and the defensive coordinator standing, you know, back behind the play as the action unfolds. So when they get to this level, the coaches are off the field. So you take advantage of those 3 timeouts you get per half. I've been criticized as monopolizing the offensive, as an offensive coach, monopolizing the timeouts.
7:24 left in the half here. And the Chiefs with a 20-6 lead and an opportunity here to add to it. Voorhees back to pass.
Halfback pass.
He lobs it to the right side, and it's going to be caught.
Again.
Down inside the 20, down to the 10, to the 5, and brought down at the 3-yard line.
That's the 3rd reception for Jacob Place. He's having a big day.
And he had a chance to turn back around and take a look at that ball coming in. He had separation. 63 yards now receiving for place on 2 receptions. So he's made some nice yak yards. Handoff, Copeland left side, spins out of 1 tackle. It looked like the ball might have come out there.
I think he might have recovered it. As you mentioned earlier, Jace Copeland had his arm in a cast, and what was impressive about coming out of that injury, I think within 2 weeks he was back playing. They had padded the cast, and he was able to hold on to the ball. They kept him at running back. It wasn't strictly a defensive opportunity for him. They kept him on the offense as well.
And he lines up directly behind the quarterback, Herb. Handoff, Voorhees, left side, touchdown. And Voorhees with his 3rd rushing touchdown today.
Manny Voorhees getting the opportunity to run the ball this season. Last year he was the quarterback for the team.
He now has 81 yards on the afternoon on 9 carries. So a good afternoon for Manny Voorhees thus far.
Chiefs are making very good opportunities of all their possessions.
2 of those possessions, Allen, have started with a short field, both off turnovers.
Yeah, that.
And another timeout going to be taken by the Chiefs. We'll take a timeout as well. Chiefs on top, 20-6 here in the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl. You're watching it on Game Face Ohio.
Book your next getaway at tripsportstravel.com. Find great deals on cruises, flights, hotels, rental cars, everything you need for your dream vacation, right here at tripsportstravel.com. tripsportstravel.com. Save more money.
Back here at Harmon Field, and the Wapak Chiefs in control thus far in the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl. They have a 20-point edge, and they're lining up for a 2-point conversion. Take another look at that touchdown by Voorhees.
Yeah, Voorhees just right off the left-hand side there. Really didn't have much contact until he was in the end zone. 2-point conversion.
And they work Herb out of the shotgun now with 2 receivers to his left. He looks that way, fires it, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
Unfortunately, league rule doesn't allow him to return that for points, but nice play.
Cotterman looked like he was ready to take it the other way. We'll take another look at it here.
Little exotic formation here, shotgun. Ball back, thrown.
And Cotterman did a good job pulling that one down. He is listed at 83 pounds. So
5th grader?
Yep.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him over 100 next year. That's kind of how this works.
They sell a steak that weighs slightly less than that in Texas.
You're kidding me.
No.
I think that'd have to be a team effort.
So after the interception and the 2-point conversion, the Rams come out trailing by 20.
They've got double tights as well. Motion out to the left-hand side.
And a handoff to Keith, and he'll go off the right side up across the 40. And he runs into a lot of white jerseys at the 41-yard line.
It takes a crowd to bring him down. He's a tough back.
Right. Good height, too. So they'll actually mark it at the 42-yard line. And a 2nd down and 3 coming up. 5:55 left here in the half.
Another double tight formation.
Moots under center. He'll hand it off to the up back. And Donovan is going to get up to midfield.
They've done a good job of having that quick hitting play right up the middle with Donovan. seems like the offensive line doesn't need to maintain their blocks very long, and he's already into the second level.
Right, and it has been a good change of pace for them with him getting to the line of scrimmage so quickly. And you see on the replay, there were 4 red helmets on him before he came down. Here's a handoff, and a nice lowering of the shoulder there to pick up 5 more yards. I believe that was Austin Lamb.
Yeah, it wasn't number 10. Austin Lamb, number 32.
Nope, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh, Lowry?
Wayne Lowry, yep. One of the Chiefs got a close look at his number as he was running over him.
That was a tough run.
Yep. And a first down for the Rams. Lutz under center. And again, they go with the up back. And Donovan gets inside the 35-yard line to the 33.
I don't know if the Chiefs are playing conservative here, but boy, I would think you'd want to try to start penetrating these gaps a little bit.
Are there rules about blitzing or anything of that variety?
Well, you're allowed 6 down down linemen, or six guys on the line of scrimmage. That 7th player has to play off.
And a pitch here. Keiths will have it on the far side. A flag comes down as he is hit in the backfield and dropped back at the 36-yard line.
Now, the exception to that rule is when they get into a goal line situation, they're allowed to bring, I think, 8 or 9 up onto the line of scrimmage.
And the restriction on weight comes into play on who has to be lined up that way, right? That's right.
If you have an X on your helmet, which means that you're over that 120-pound mark, you have to start from a down position with your hand in the turf, I guess, in this case. But you'll see that they'll be after the ball is snapped, they can come up and make a play.
Take another look at that one as the penalty went against the Rams.
Nice job of team defense. You'll see three Chiefs players in on that play. Number 2, Wyatt Moyler.
The man in motion as Lutz rolls out to the near side, looking he's going to run it himself. And he's going to be brought down by a couple of Chiefs at the 41-yard line. So he'll get back about 5 of that 10-yard penalty. And it will bring up a 3rd down. For USV, uncharacteristic. They've had 2 penalties in this game. All season, they had 4.
This is a tough team they're facing, so it wouldn't be surprised they're a little under pressure here, making a couple mental mistakes.
They come up to the line facing a 3rd down and 10.
So we got strength to the left side here. We had movement.
He spins out of 1 tackle. And he's going to be stopped back at midfield. So a loss on the play of about 9 yards.
I think we've got a dead ball foul there, though. It looked like we had some movement. So we might be replaying this down.
Right. It looked to me like there was some motion on the near side of the offensive line. But they wave it off.
They're waving it off. Brings up a 4th down situation.
Is that a declinable penalty? Is that why they did that? I didn't think if it was a
usually a pre-snap penalties or not, but that must have been because it's a motion, I guess, instead of a false start. Maybe the defense has the option.
Well, the way it sits, it's 4th down and 20.
Wapak defense makes a stop here. They get very good field position.
And they checked with Coach Compton before they will punt to run the clock down.
Looks like they did opt to do the punt, play the field position game here.
So they'll march that one down to the 25-yard line.
It's very hard as a coach to pass up 25 yards of field position, so it's not a surprise with a 4th and 20 that they would opt to do that. It's still early in this game. These scores do tend up to get into the 40s and 50s, so a lot of offensive opportunities left in this game.
2:34 left in the half. Chiefs will take over again. Chiefs have done some damage through the air as well as on the ground. And their offense has been clicking on all cylinders in this ball game so far. They've been helped out on 2 occasions by turnovers by the Rams.
Yeah, Chiefs go straight to the line of scrimmage from their half huddle there.
Here's the handoff
Counter
coming to the
play.
near side. It's Chambers. He gets up across the 35, and he'll get close to the 40-yard line before he's wrestled down.
One of the hallmarks of a good offense is running out your fakes. That they were susceptible to the counter there because they're keying so much on Jace Copeland and Manny
You
Voorhees.
see on the replay, Chambers coming in motion. And he just went around the corner.
Nice block there by Ryan Thompson, springing him.
Herb under center. Here's the handoff, Voorhees. He escapes 1 tackle at the line of scrimmage, up across the 45 to midfield and into USV territory at the 40. Tries to fake him out, but is brought down at the 35-yard line.
He broke contain, got to the outside, big yardage out there.
So he has crossed the 100-yard mark now with 107 yards on 10 carries. And again, Wapak continues to run the ball effectively.
At the start of that play, you notice Jace Copeland out there running out his fake. I'm sure he took some players out of the play, and Manny does a good job here of hanging onto that ball. Ball security there.
Good job of wrapping up on the tackle there. And a timeout going to be taken here as the Chiefs have a first down. 1:49 remaining in the half. We couldn't ask for better weather here.
Beautiful.
A little bit on the chilly side, but
well, when you're in late October, you can't ask for much nicer weather than this. And what a nice arena to play in. Very nice field conditions. I know that all the Wapak Midget teams enjoy playing on this turf on Saturdays and Sundays.
right. This is definitely the future of high school athletics, this type of field, because you can have 6 athletic events on this same field in one day and not have to worry about resodding the whole thing on the next day.
Yeah, there's little maintenance that's really involved. I know that there's a sweeping function that they do to get those granules into play, but little upkeep.
Out of the shotgun again.
Straight to the left.
Lobs it over. Voorhees going to throw it now. And he fires it down the center, and that is just short of his intended receiver. And I think that was Gabe Schnecke? Schnecke?
Shank.
Oh, sorry, Shank, yes.
And you'll see there's Manny's arm. He was their quarterback last season, so the halfback pass is a very typical play for them. You'll see that a few times in the ball game.
And on the replay, you can see it just came up short. Herb again under center. This time the pitch. Voorhees with it. Escapes 1 tackle and is knocked down as he gets to the 31. I've been impressed so far with their maneuverability.
I'll tell you, they seem to get positive yards. You don't see a whole lot of mistakes where they're in long down situations. I mean, they're long yardage situations, excuse me. But
2 receivers wide to the left. Herb takes the snap. He's got immediate pressure, and he's going to go down.
yeah, that was a vulnerable situation there. Good idea by Herb to just take the knee. That snap came awfully high.
Yeah, and the high snap gave Colton Keith time to get back there and meet up with the quarterback, Herb. So a 4th down now. And this is the first time today that I think we're going to see Wapak in a punt situation. So we have 1 minute to play here, 1 minute 2 seconds before the half. And these two teams getting an opportunity here for the coaches to talk to their players before we make the decision on whether to punt it or not. And Wapak. Wapak's going to bring it out. They have a 4th down and 12, and they are going to go ahead and go for it. Herb is under center on a 4th down and 12. And it looks like maybe they were trying to draw him off sides.
Actually, it looked like they had a false start penalty. Apparently somebody came out of their stance.
Okay, I didn't see any motion, so that was...
I didn't either. Maybe the official gave an incorrect identification there. It didn't look like a delay of game penalty.
Well, at any rate, it looks like the Rams are going to punt it. Or excuse me, the Chiefs are going to punt now, right?
Yeah, they'll
So
take their
Rams
25 yards of field position here and play defense and hopefully pin them down.
So with the punt, the Rams will get another opportunity here in the half. They trail by 20, and they'll have the ball at their own 15-yard line, 16-yard line. So a minute left.
Now you'll notice at this level, you'll see the same offensive stars are probably their defensive stars. I know number 10, Keith Colton for them, or Colton Keith actually.
Right.
He's been a big player on defense as well as offensively.
Right, he had a big sack on that last possession for Wapak. USV brings their offense back out onto the field. Mott's looking downfield. He fires, and that one is incomplete.
Nice break up there. Number 9, Nathan Shade there on the breakup.
There, it looked like he almost had an interception over there on the far side. You take a look at it from the sideline. There's the pass. It's pretty close. It looked like both players had an equal opportunity to catch that.
And that's the mentality you have to have on defense. I mean, that ball is as much yours as it is the offense's.
So 2nd down and 10. Here's the pitch.
Blocker out front, Dunafin.
Keith to the near side. He's got the 30, the 1st down, and he'll stay on his feet and get out of bounds across the 35 and the 36-yard line.
Pretty intimidating to see a big back like that, number 50, out there leading the way.
On the other side, it's nice to have him in front of you.
Yeah, that's true.
And we see a good pitch, and he just turned it upfield at the right time. That'll give him 72 yards on the day on 9 carries. They're down to 44 seconds.
Chiefs are in a little different defensive formation there with only 3 down linemen.
Keith again with the carry. The pitch goes to the far side across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And now, Alan, you mentioned it earlier in the ballgame, this is not a team that likes to be put in a situation where they need to score quickly because they're not equipped to do that.
Both teams like to run the ball. There's no doubt about that. And being down several scores.
Mott's pass over the middle is going to be intercepted. Bringing it to the near side.
That Shank, Gage Shank on the
brought
interception.
down by Keith is Shank. Wow.
Yeah, you force a team into being one-dimensional, and the defense has an easier time to
Here you
make
see the
plays.
replay as Mott lobs it over the middle. And there were 2 Chiefs looking for that one.
Nice play.
Good job by Keith to stop the return. And that'll be the 3rd turnover today for USV. And apparently the officials are now discussing they had too many players on the field for Wapak. Maybe that's why there were 2 guys waiting for that interception.
It does make it easier when you can play with more than 11.
Right now there's only 9 seconds left in the half, so we'll see what they decide to do here.
That is one challenge with kids at this level is getting your substitutions done right. I know that our team struggled with that early in the season. You've got a lot of kids that are excited about playing football, and you know, likewise, those ones that are on the field don't expect to come out of the game. So I don't know, maybe a little miscommunication there. Or
there wasn't a flag thrown during the play that I saw, and so I'm not sure if they want to.
And it looks like they're still discussing it there on the sideline.
USV was ready to go to the line. They didn't really much care whether the officials were involved or not.
Well, we've got several coaches on the field right now, so running a play is not gonna happen.
Right. They're still discussing now. Both coaches are going over to talk to the officials. Weren't able to see anything on the replay as far as you know, how many players were out there.
It looks like we're going to get play established here.
Right, and USV will retain possession, so that's a big penalty.
Certainly.
Mott's back to pass again. He'll lob it over to the near side. Keith has it. He's across midfield to the 45. Still on his feet, and he'll go down at about the 42.
He's their big play offensive player, that's for sure. And it looks like we've run out of time here in the half.
So that's the final play of the half. We're at halftime here at the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs of Wapak on top by a score of 26-6. You're watching the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl on Game Face Ohio.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for. When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green. Miller's Corral, located in the Grand View Plaza, is your partner in the furniture and appliance business. Miller's Corral boasts an extensive collection of fine furniture and appliances from brands you trust, such as Spring Air, Flex Steel, Howard Miller, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Whirlpool. Miller's Corral, your partner in the furniture and appliance business.
Let Amy Holdgreave Photography capture those special moments with the ones you love. Visit our online gallery at amyholgrieve.com. Book your next getaway at tripsportstravel.com. Find great deals on cruises, flights, hotels, rental cars, everything you need for your dream vacation, right here at tripsportstravel.com. Tripsportstravel.com. Save more money.
The OHSAA provides excess catastrophic accident insurance for student athletes participating in all 24 OHSAA sports, as well as student managers, trainers, and cheerleaders. Unlike most other states, this coverage is provided at no cost to OHSAA member schools. And while we wish there was no need for such coverage, it provides peace of mind for students, school officials, and parents.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. But together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
It's your special day. Remember it forever with Premier Event Concepts, professional event and video production. Let us tell your love story.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association is a voluntary, nonprofit association of more than 830 public and private high schools and approximately 850 7th and 8th grade schools.
Member schools vote on rules and regulations pertaining to eligibility, scholarship, and many other issues.
Sometimes we have to make tough decisions to enforce the rules, but that's just part of all the things the OHSAA does to make sure Ohio school sports are fair, safe, and fun for everyone.
What you looking at, Michael?
Oh, relax, Sherry. It's nothing that you'd be interested in.
I wonder what he's been doing on the internet for so long. He's got to be up to no good.
Okay. Here you go, Sherry. Happy birthday, dear. Call TSC for Bright Lightning high-speed internet today and surprise your wife. That is, if you can.
Nearly 350,000 students in grades 7 through 12 across Ohio participate in 24 OHSAA sports. The association sponsors high school state championships in 12 boys sports and 12 girls sports.
In all sports except football, every school has the opportunity to participate in the state tournament.
Competing schools at regional and state tournaments are reimbursed for some tournament expenses.
And unlike many other states, Ohio schools do not pay a membership fee to belong to the association and do not pay tournament entry fees.
In conjunction with tournament managers across the state, the association works diligently to provide memorable experiences for students, parents, schools, and communities. So join us in celebrating school sports in Ohio.
Back here at Harmon Field in Wapak, where the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl and the USB Rams are trailing at the half, 26-6 to the Wapak Chiefs, who have executed nicely here this afternoon, Alan.
Yeah, it looked like all the possessions but one resulted in a score. They had only one punt in the first half, so that's a great execution on their offense.
So let's go ahead and take a look at first half highlights if we can. And you see here with USB getting going early, the big turnover there, for the Chiefs. That was Nick
Nick
Schoonover that took
on
that one away.
Yeah, Nick Schoonover in the interception set up on this this first score from Manny Voorhees off the right-hand side there.
That was just a few of Voorhees' 107 yards rushing in the first half.
Good job by the defense, stringing this play out. That's exactly what you want.
And here you have another of the early Wapak touchdowns. They've done a great job of alternating Copeland and Voorhees. That was the Copeland touchdown. Here's a nice run for USV.
And this is a player you got to keep an eye on for the second half. He can score in a hurry. He's got some speed and size. Likes to get to the edge.
That was the lone touchdown of the half for USV. Here's one of the big pass plays for Wapak, and that was Jacob Place. He made all 3 of the receptions for the Chiefs in the first half.
Yeah, Place has been a nice change of pace for their running game.
That reception set up the Voorhees touchdown there. And the 2-point conversion, another reception for Place.
Nice job. Nice job by their offensive backs to disguise that play there.
Here's Keith again, this time to the right side.
And a good team defense there by the Chiefs, forcing that fumble.
Fumble recovered by the Chiefs, and that one led to this touchdown. That was Voorhees again.
And he was pretty much there in the end zone before he was really touched. So that was a nice, good job of blocking. Here's another block, springing him. Number 86.
Chambers, right?
Chambers.
Bringing it out to the right side.
Counter.
Lowered a 67-pound boom on the defender.
You bet. Nice counter play there. High snap. Good idea by Brady Erb there just to take the knee.
This is an interception late in the first half that was wiped out by a penalty. Wapak had too many guys on the field on that play.
That's pretty much the last big play for the half.
All right, Alan, let's go ahead and take a look at first half stats.
Well, the Chiefs are leading this game 26-6. Good offensive production, 181 yards to 132 for USV, so they're really able to move the ball on the ground. Actually, both teams are doing a good job of that. Passing yards, I think all of those passes have gone to their tight end. Place, 57 to 16, bringing for total yards to 238 to 148. 10 first downs, good execution there by the Chiefs to 6 for USV. I think most of those first downs came on their scoring drive. And the big key stat here really is the 2 turnovers. That led to 2 scores for the Chiefs. Time of possession is being dominated by the Chiefs here by 11 minutes and 20 seconds to 8:40.
Right. The costly thing on those 2 turnovers is they both led very quickly to points for Wapak.
That's right. You know, the Chiefs had some nice scoring opportunities with short fields there, and they took advantage.
Well, the Chiefs will get the ball to start the second half, and they will have it at the 35-yard line. The Super Bowl halftime show is a little shorter this year than I remember from last year.
Wapak starts with a double tight end set here.
A little bit of motion up there. Eager to get the second half started for the Chiefs, and so they will be backed up a little bit on that false start penalty.
I think if USV could actually get a stop here, you know, it would force, it would actually force the Chiefs into a little bit of a pressure situation. Right now they've been very comfortable in the game so far.
Erb will be under center. He'll have the 2 backs behind him. There's a man in the wing on the left side. And a handoff to Copeland. He goes up the middle.
Dive play to the weak side. They like that play. Base blocking by the offensive line. Simple play. Get their big back out onto the second level.
They have been effective running that. Here you see it again. Copeland, good size hole. Runs into a couple of Rams. And it has usually taken at least 2 guys to bring him down.
Yeah, it's been a blessing that he was able to play, you know, with that broken arm.
Takes the handoff here, and this time caught at the line of scrimmage. Not much going. And a 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Chiefs.
The USV team seems to really be fired up here for the start of the half. I'm sure the coach gave him some inspiring words and let him know that they've had an undefeated season so far, and they deserve to be in this game.
When you get to halftime with a group this age, and they are down by 20 points, is it difficult to get them refocused, or are they affected by it a lot?
Well, by this point in the season, hopefully these players, realize that, that they're going to have situations where they don't have the momentum, but they can get it back by making a big play.
Here's Voorhees off the left, and he's going to come up short of the first down.
But honestly, both of these teams haven't had a whole lot of adversity through the season. I mean, the Chiefs obviously losing Copeland for a couple games hurt, but they were able to overcome that. They've done a good job with that, and I think the USV team has had a pretty uneventful season as far as any kind of real threat to a loss. So looks like the Chiefs are actually going to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, they have been effective on the ground. 4th and 2 here. Herb under center now steps back out. Here's the handoff. Copeland to the right side. He's hit. Escapes one man, falls forward. He's going to be close.
Yep.
It looks like he has it.
He's right there past the 5-yard line, and they started off on the 35, so they get their first down.
Good second effort.
Good decision by the coaching staff. This first drive of the game is going to be critical to establish momentum in the game.
Yeah, that would have been a big boost for the USB team to stop them on that particular play.
Copeland definitely is a tough back to get down. You've got to bring multiple hats and get them on him.
Here's Voorhees. He goes off the left side across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Nice first down play. 5 yards is a good way to start.
There have not been a lot of negative plays offensively for this Chiefs team.
One thing you might want to keep an eye on with the Chiefs offense is they do run a wing T, and you'll see a lot of guard play. Their guards are going to be pulling on most of their sweeps or traps. So a lot of times those guards will take you to where the ball's going. Base blocking here, though.
Copeland hit the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward and gain about a yard. So a 3rd down coming up. And the yards have been a little bit harder to come by for the Chiefs here in this first possession of the second half.
Yeah, it's been a little tougher sledding than it was in the first half. Both of these teams are trying to establish some momentum and get the early advantage in the half.
3rd down and 4 coming up. Same formation here. And Herb is under center. And he's going to pass. Rolls out to the far side. And he just did overthrow Place.
He had Place open. They've been keying on these backs so much that the tight end has been able to get behind the defense.
And I believe that was the first incompletion.
Again, good fakes you see there. And that freezes the defense enough time for that tight end to get behind.
He didn't miss by much. But it brings up a 4th down, and that will be a punting situation for the Chiefs.
Not a bad idea for the Chiefs to punt the ball here. You have 5 yards. That's not quite as makeable as their last 4th down attempt there. So let's see what they can do on defense. And USV obviously wants to get started here, get a quick score, and get back into this ball game.
Yeah, this is a USV team that obviously they do things well. They wouldn't be undefeated and in this game if they didn't do things well all season. So a 20-point deficit is not insurmountable.
Yeah, it'll only take one play to really turn the tide here.
Here is
one
Keith.
big play.
Off the left side across the 25, picks up a couple to the 27.
Good defense. You got 3 or 4 Chiefs players there to make the stop, and that's what it's going to take to bring down these backs. They don't go down easy. Both teams have strong running backs.
USV is trying to make it 2 Super Bowl wins in a row, as they won this contest last year.
You notice both teams are going double tight here.
There's a handoff up the middle to the 30-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. 3rd down coming up, about 4 to go. Make it 3.
Yeah, 3rd and very makeable.
These two teams met in the junior varsity championship in '09, so these kids have seen each other before.
Yeah, they play in different divisions, but they've both been very successful programs, so they usually don't see each other until the very end here.
There's some motion on the Wapak defensive line, and that probably be enough to give USV the first down they're looking for.
Yeah, and they're marking off the 5 yards, so it's going to be first down for USV.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Motz is under center, and he'll flip it out. Keith looking for the corner. He gets up to about the 37.
Yeah, Wapak's trying to, they had Voorhees on a blitz on the left-hand side there. Tried to guess a little bit, try to get a big stop, try to change this momentum, because USV is building some confidence here.
One thing we haven't seen yet in this possession is a handoff to Donovan, who had quite a few good carries in the first half.
Yeah, he's their back. They like to run up the middle, quick hitting plays, but their home run hitter is number 10, Keith. 32's got the ball here, though.
And around.
And Keith's out in front blocking.
He's got space up to about midfield. He'll be wrestled out of bounds by Voorhees at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are a little bit tentative here. Chiefs defense just is, just looks to be a little timid to me. You know, Manny Voorhees is a playmaker for them on defense, but they have usually a tough team defense, hard-hitting defense.
Here's Keith to the right side, a flag down on the far side as he goes across midfield and powers his way down to the 46-yard line. I think that was another case where the Chiefs may have had too many guys on the field. They weren't able to get their subs off. We'll see what the call is. In this instance, at least there was a flag down.
Yeah, hopefully less discussion here. They'll be able to figure it out, and we'll get back to play. Looked like a nice block there on the front side. Looked like Schenk came up from his safety position, and the USV player put a nice block on him to spring that gainer.
So with the penalty, a 5-yard penalty, it'll remain first down. And a 1st and 5 coming up for the Rams. .3:15 left, 3rd quarter. Donovan is the up back in front of Keith. Motz pitches to Keith to the near side. He's got 2 white jerseys on him quick, and he'll pick up maybe a yard.
Good job by number 87, Jacob Place, on his defensive end position. He kept that inside and didn't let him get to the edge.
You see Place, he's had a good day offensively as well with, I believe, 3 receptions. Motz is again under center on a 2nd down and 4. He is back to pass. Passive pressure, flips it. And Donovan is going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage. A loss of about 3 on the play.
Moyler forced the pitch there. Ryan Thompson came up and made the play on the running back.
And by the time Donovan got the ball, it was pretty much, the play was pretty much over.
Yeah, he likes to build up ahead of steam. If he's getting hit early.
You see the pitch and 4 white jerseys on top of him. And you're right, good job by Moyler to disrupt that play.
A 3rd and long situation here for the USV team.
3rd and 8. And 1 wide out to the near side. The pitch goes to Keith. He brings it to the near side, gets a good block on the corner. He got first down yardage across the 35 and down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be key for USV, is to break contain like that and get on the outside. That's where number 10 likes to get most of his yards.
An important block out there by Wyatt Daniels. You can't see him in the picture right here, but he is disrupting down the field. Gave Keith a good corner.
And Place up there to make that play as well. They got split end out there on the right-hand side.
Here's Keith. He's going to be hit in the backfield and fall for a loss of 2 back to the 35-yard line.
Looked like maybe a little miscommunication there. We had a couple guys standing right there as he received that ball.
Yeah, the Chiefs looked like they were waiting for him on that one. Moyler again.
Yeah, Moyler's plays left end for them. Has done a pretty good job of keeping him from breaking contain.
Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Here's Donovan. He'll back up and pick up about 4 yards. Down to the 31-yard line.
That was Colin Goulet on that tackle.
So it's still a 3rd down and 9 coming up for USV. 19 seconds to play here in the third quarter. We'll see if they even get the play off.
Yeah, it looks
Down
like
at a 10. If they get it off, it'll be close.
They're going to try to get this play off.
And they do. Motts brings it to the near side. Gets a big block there from Keith. Inside the 30, and he's going to be dropped as he gets to the 29-yard line. And that'll be it for the third quarter here at Harmon Field. After 3 quarters of play, it's the Chiefs 26 and the Rams 6. You're watching the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl on Game Face Ohio.
Tailgaters Drive-Thru, located just south of Lincoln Avenue on Defiance Street, has the best pizza in Wapakoneta. Tailgaters Drive-Thru is hot food, cold drinks. Tailgaters Drive-Thru on Defiance Street. We've got what you're looking for. Tonight's broadcast of TSC Touchdown Friday is brought to you by TSC, G.A. Windsor & Son, Stolly Insurance, Walmart, Miller's Corral, and Tailgaters.
Welcome back into Harmon Field. And the start of the fourth quarter here in the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl. I'm Dan Hirn along with Alan Metzger on a special edition of TSC Touchdown Friday. Here's our third quarter statistics.
Same score as half. Wapak up 26-6 over the USV Rams. Rushing yards is pretty balanced there, 203 to 175. Same 57 passing yards for the Chiefs, 13 for the USV Rams, 260 to 188 on the yardage there. Pretty balanced on first downs. Still key of those 2 turnovers that the Rams had in the first half.
And for USV, that holding Wapak without a score in that third quarter was a positive, but if you're not scoring offensively, you're not gaining any ground.
Yeah, they're still down 3 scores here. They've got to do something pretty quick here and get some big defensive plays.
Option play on 4th down, and Keith is going to be stopped short of the first down marker, and a turnover on downs goes the ball back to the Chiefs.
That's definitely not what the Rams were looking for at the start of here of the fourth quarter. Playing a little tentative, I believe.
We'll take a look at the replay here. They ran the option. Keith took it back up the middle, and he was met by several white jerseys there.
Yeah, usually on an option play, you're trying to get, a lateral position there between the quarterback and the pitch man, and he pitched that straight back. So it looked like a little miscommunication there on that play.
Yeah, the play actually went the opposite direction after the pitch, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the Chiefs out there, obviously their intention here is to take as much time off the clock as they can. Here's Chambers. He comes out across the 25, scampers up to the 28-yard line.
Looked like we had two guards pulling on that play to the left side. Moyler on the front side, and
Chambers is he had a nice run in the first half on an end around, and lines up here in the wing. Herb with the handoff. This time Voorhees coming to the near side. He's going to be stopped short of the 35-yard line by Keith.
Nice
and
off tackle play.
Down.
The guard there, Moyler, had a nice kick out.
There's another Chief that's had a good afternoon. He's
Yeah,
playing very well defensively.
Moyler's a guard for them and also a defensive end, and he's done a very good job on defense with contain.
Third down coming up now, 3rd and a yard to go. For USV, they would love to have a stop here. And Wapak obviously would just like to continue to eat up the clock. Herb will take it himself and pick up the first down across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Tight formation, found the best hole there off his center. Found the best gap and took it. Critical first down pickup.
There you see on the replay, Herb just following his center.
Found a crease on the right-hand side and got the first down.
Back up to the line of scrimmage are the Chiefs on a first down. Just about 8 minutes to play in this game, and Voorhees takes the handoff. He's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss back to the 31-yard line.
Nice tackle there by Donovan.
Right.
Good wrap. Wrapped with his arms and made sure to bring him down.
Donovan, a 6th grader, weighing in at 120 pounds.
Yeah, Donovan lists as his favorite NFL team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Ohio State is his favorite college team.
Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Hey, you gotta like both those teams. And would you believe it, his favorite food is pizza.
Just glancing through the information we got from these kids earlier, pizza was, I think, number 1. Chicken nuggets very, very close behind that.
And I think there's a mother that's pretty proud that her son put down corn as his favorite food. So
he might be standing alone in that list. 7:17 remaining here in this game, and they take a timeout with the Chiefs up by 20. And no scoring in the 3rd quarter. The offenses have cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to be content here just to try to eat up clock, try to get critical first downs and keep possession of the ball.
And USV stopped on a 4th down attempt on their last possession, giving the ball back to Wapak here. They obviously would like to, to get some more yardage out of their offense.
Well, they've got Wapak right now in a 2nd and long situation. If they can get stop them on this play, it puts them in a third and very long situation.
2nd down and 13.
You got strength to the left side, and we're going weak side.
And Herb is going to keep it. Trying to get the corner. He'll pick up a couple. He had to run a long way to get that yard or two. But it'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Yeah, we've got a 3rd and 12 or 13 to go. Looks like about 12 yards.
And for USV now, you're under 7 minutes to play in a game. Time is the most critical factor now for them.
Yeah, and Wapak is not going to drop back and throw the ball and have a possible stop of the clock. They're going to milk this clock as far as they can go, even if they can't convert.
Herb under center on a 3rd down and 11. And a run up the middle, that's Copeland, and he's going to pick up the first down up across the 45 to the 48-yard line.
Critical play there. Gives Wapakoneta another first down. They keep possession of the ball. They keep running this clock down.
Yeah, if they were not feeling comfortable before, they have to be feeling much more comfortable now on the far sideline.
Now here's some, we're coming up here on another play.
There's the handoff. Voorhees, positive yards inside the 50 down to the 45-yard line of USV.
2 nice quick-hitting plays, big yardage, right inside the tackles.
So a 2nd down and short coming up, just 2 yards to go for Wapakoneta. Some substitutions here. And now Wapak will come to the line.
Strength to the left-hand side of the formation, and they're running that way. And the
ball's
ball's
loose in the backfield, and that's going to be recovered by USV. Little trouble with the exchange there between the quarterback, Brady Erb, and the runner Chambers.
Looks like they're trying to get a sweep play established.
There you see Chambers coming across, and the ball just did not quite get to him. And Donovan there quickly to dive on it, so the ball goes back to USV. USV now with a pass out to the outside, and the old pitch and pitch, eh? And down the near sideline, inside the 20 to the 10, and out of bounds at the 8-yard line. A nice run there by Wayne Lowry.
Yeah, we had the old hook and lateral play. Throw the hook pass, and he pitches it to the running back coming on through.
Well executed as we take a look. Here's the catch and the pitch. Nice job by Wyatt Daniels on the pitch as well. And that's one of those plays where the receiver has to concentrate, make sure they catch the ball first, and then execute the pitch. Back to pass. Motts fires right corner of the end zone. That one is caught. Wyatt Daniels with 2 great receptions on this drive.
Daniels done a good job here of getting them back in the game. Pressure situation. It's easy to think about running the ball before you catch it.
And just like I said, this is a USV offense that can strike quickly offensively. Isn't that what I said earlier?
Well, you know, they do like to run the ball, but, you know, here in this situation, they're down 3 scores, so open up the playbook a little bit.
They'll line up and go for 2 here.
Wyatt Daniel lists his favorite NFL team as the Cowboys. Likes Auburn Tigers for college.
I can't agree with either of those. Here's the handoff, or rather the pitch. Keith will bring it to the near side, looking for a corner, and he'll find the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, the ball is spotted there on the left hash there. It gave him a lot of room on the right to try to get in for that 2-point conversion.
That's an important 2 points now, as that cuts the lead down to 12.
That's one tendency you'll see a lot in midget football, is that if we're going to run a sweep, they're going to try to run to the wide side of the field, and that pitch sweep was there.
Mm-hmm. So 8 quick points for USV, and Wapak now with a 26-14 lead. Yeah, we may have had an error earlier when we listed Brady Erb's statistics. We were showing his information on there. I think we had maybe his parents were listed wrong, so we can throw that up. We'll show you his correct parents.
Yeah, Todd and Carol Erb are actually the parents for Brady.
Right. So Todd and Carol, I'm sure, are very proud of their son's effort today.
Chiefs are coming out here. Looks like they have a double tight situation, which they've used quite a bit today.
There's the handoff to Copeland, coming to the near side, and he's met by a swarm of USV defenders.
Looks like USV has a little bit more fire in their blood after getting that score.
Right. Okay, let's see if we can get. So with the onside kick not an option, obviously. This is important. And here you see Herb coming onto the field, and there's Todd and Carroll. Well, you can't see them, but their name's there.
That's
anyway.
right. Yeah, Brady's done a nice job at quarterback today. Pressure situation in the first half, he decides to take the knee, which is probably the better idea.
Here's the handoff to Voorhees going around the right side. He's got positive yardage, and he's going to be close to a first down before being turned around at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like maybe there's a horse collar situation. His direction was changed drastically, but nice big yardage. Big yardage on that play. Puts him in a 3rd and short situation.
Yep. There's Voorhees.
Yeah, you see Manny's already well over the 100 mark here for the game. He's been running hard, getting a lot of opportunities.
And the Chiefs come to the line where they are 5 out of 8 on 3rd down conversions today. And Herb going to try and keep it himself. He's getting stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he got the first down. It'll depend on the spot here.
It's close. The official's marking it very close to that first down stick.
Well, we haven't brought the chains out yet today. Maybe we got to get our money's worth out of those things.
Oh yeah, you got to make the chain crew work, and it looks like they're spotting it for a first down.
All right. So a first down for the Chiefs.
Second effort critical on that.
And they now have 14 first downs on the afternoon.
And that's huge because it gives them another set of downs here to take some more clock away.
And Voorhees with another nice run off the right side, gets across midfield before being pushed out of bounds after about a 7-yard pickup. Now you think with the players being about half the size that the trophy would be a little bit smaller, but that is a bucket that they're playing for out there. They had it on the sideline earlier. It's every bit as big as the Lombardi Trophy. There's no way that these guys can hoist that thing.
Shoot, had I known that we were playing for that kind of hardware, maybe I would have tried harder as a coach.
Closing in on 3 minutes to play here in the ball game.
Chiefs have got strength to the left-hand side, and they're going weak side again.
And Herb will keep it himself. He'll get maybe a yard as he dove toward the line of scrimmage there, but a 3rd down coming up for the Chiefs.
Clock should be ticking down here. On a running play like that, unless there's a timeout called, and it looks like there has actually been a timeout by the USV Rams.
So we'll take a timeout as well. 26-14, the Wapak Chiefs on top. You're watching the Junior Buckeye League Super Bowl on Game Face Ohio.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. But together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring motorist insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Wapak, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
Back here at Harmon Field in Wapak as the Wapak Chiefs are trying to finish out the final 3 minutes and to take away the trophy.
One more first down here, and it pretty much puts the game out of reach.
Herb is under center. And he'll hand it off. Voorhees goes off the left side, and he'll pick up that crucial first down as he gets down to the 42-yard line. So a nice play there for the Chiefs, and they continue to move down the field.
Yeah, I'm sure Voorhees is getting close there to the 150 50-yard mark. 152 officially on the game.
On 20 carries, so he has carried the ball quite a bit today. And he'll do it again, this time off the right side. Inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Is he on your fantasy team?
Actually, I had to give up the fantasy football. It's consuming me a little bit. Now, if it was for the midgets, maybe I would stick with it. But
I don't think coaches are allowed to do that, are they?
Yeah. You might get in a Pete Rose situation there.
2nd down and 7. And it will be Copeland up inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Nice job by the left guard there, getting through on that play. He's leading up into the linebacker level.
And we're under 2 minutes to play.
Looks like it might have been right.
And Copeland has complimented Voorhees nicely on the ground today. 87 yards rushing for Copeland.
And what you'll watch, these backs are very disciplined, and they run out their fakes. So they're taking a defender out of the equation for a tackle.
Here's a handoff to Voorhees. He gets to the left side, has some room. Stiff arm there, inside the 15, 10, 5, and wrestled down at the 3-yard line. Voorhees trying to make it 4 rushing touchdowns on the day. He is stopped just short. There you see his numbers. Well, that was those are his numbers just before that running play. So that'll be he'll have another.
It looks like 186
yards
yards, maybe.
Right.
Man, he's a.
And here you see Herb taking it himself. He'll go into the end zone. And another touchdown for the Chiefs.
Nice play by Herb there, just finding the hole and getting up there. I'm sure he had discretion on where to go.
That pushes the lead out to 32-14. There's Herb's numbers.
Yeah, we've got updated stats there. He's got 8 yards and a touchdown there on five attempts. Lining up for the 2-point conversion now.
Right. Chambers in the backfield. They move him over to the right side. And the pitch goes to Voorhees to the right, and he is into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Blockers out in front. Good job by this Chiefs team today on getting their hats on the defenders and making opportunities for these 2 good backs.
The Chiefs push their lead back out to 20 now, 34-14, with just 1 minute and 9 remaining before they are crowned champions today. And both of these coaches and the parents the parents of both of these teams should be very proud of the effort that these kids have put in all season long. Disappointing when you get all the way to the championship game and can't get the trophy, but you know they both played very hard today.
Oh, I think everybody involved understands that the main goal here is to get players interested in football, keep their interest so that they have opportunities further on down the line. Learn the fundamentals and have good, clean fun out there on the field.
We should say thanks to all of the guys that helped make this broadcast possible today. All the guys down on the field doing their work at the cameras. Our stat guy up here, Aaron Utrip, doing a good job. Our producer, Todd Utrip. Replay technician, Tony Pereira. And our technical director, Adam Dell. Here's Keith. Brings it to the near side. He's got space up to the 50. He's into Wapak territory, and he's going to run it to the opposite end of the end zone.
And USV does manage to put up some more points here right before time expires in the half. It looked like the Chiefs might have had some substitutions in there. Get all these players an opportunity to play.
So 2 TDs now for Keith and 170 yards on the ground.
And I'm sure he got most of those yards outside the hash there. He likes the edges.
Boy, and he can really turn on the speed, as you saw in the replay. he can run away from people.
It's a little intimidating out there. He's got a nice blend of size and speed. It takes a crowd to bring him down.
And here's the handoff to Donovan, who takes it in for the two-point conversion. And with 54 seconds left in the game, it's a 34-22 lead for the Chiefs. There you see the stellar day that Keith has put together.
Yeah, almost a 10-yard average there, so it's pretty impressive what he's been able to do. Two big plays, obviously, one to the left and one to the right here, but
also put in a solid game defensively, had a sack in the second quarter. So a good day for Colton Keith numbers-wise. And it seems like maybe they turned off the sun a little bit here.
Yeah, it's starting to cool down. We only got 54 seconds here left in the game. It'll be interesting to see. I imagine they'd probably go into a genuflect offense with USV does have 2 timeouts, so they can stop the clock.
There is Erb under center. And they will hand it off to Copeland. He goes off the right side. It gets up to the 40-yard line, falling backwards to the 41.
And quick timeout there by USV. Stop the clock.
There's a quick 6 there. And there you see Copeland's numbers.
Yeah, Jace is flirting with the 100-yard mark there. 16 rush attempts, 93 yards. Respectable average and a touchdown.
During the timeout, the coaches conferring with their players.
One more attempt by Copeland. He could break that 100-yard barrier.
And that would give them 200-yard rushers on the day. Because Voorhees has had an excellent day on the ground as well.
Here you go, Dan. Maybe you like these favorites.
All right.
Jace Copeland likes the Cleveland Browns and Ohio State Buckeyes. How's that?
2 for 2.
That's 2 for 2. Okay,
2 for 2.
That's good to know.
Also likes tacos.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff to the right side, and maybe 3 yards over there.
I think that's Copeland again with the ball, with the carry. I think they're trying to get him to the 100 yards on the day.
It should be just about 3 yards short with that carry.
About 40 seconds left in the ball game. Another timeout, I believe, by the USV Rams here. And that should be their final timeout.
3rd down and short coming up for the Chiefs.
And you see the cheerleaders down here doing a hard job too. They're trying to keep this crowd pumped up and
right.
You know,
and the coaches that do the cheerleading, they give out a tremendous effort too to get all these young ladies involved, and
it's a nice family atmosphere that this league has going for them. You see a lot of brothers and sisters participating on the same day, keeping families together. They've worked extremely hard, just like these football players have.
3rd down and 2. Hand off to Copeland. He goes off the right side, and it looks like he's going to get a yard, and that'll be it.
Tough sledding on the right side there.
That'll get him close to the 100-yard mark, but I think he's a little bit short yet.
Chiefs done a good job running strong and weak sides here. They got a strength to the left, and they ran to the right side that time. Not very predictable. Looks like that might be the final play of the game.
It will be. And the Wapak Chiefs will walk away with the hardware. They put in a stellar effort today and beat a very good USV team by a final score of 34-22. And they will get an opportunity to lift that trophy. And they take all of them. So a good display of sportsmanship by both teams, and they'll go out and do the handshakes there at midfield. And I think, as we mentioned, all of these coaches and the parents should be very proud of the way that their kids played this year. And we were lucky enough to be here to watch it.
Yeah, hard-fought contest. You know, both of these teams came out and gave it their best, and you know, the Chiefs were fortunate to come out a winner in this thing, but the USV Rams had a good game also.
So an undefeated season for the Chiefs as they come away with the win. Good day for the Chiefs on the ground as they executed well with both Voorhees and Copeland. Now Copeland came close to 100 yards on the ground, about 4 yards shy it looks like.
Yeah, good
Voorhees
game.
Close to 200 yards.
Good game by the offensive line, I'm sure, establishing some holes for those backs to run through. You had Chambers on a misdirection play there. They got some positive yards. We've had some positive. Oh, we have a touchdown by the quarterback on a rushing touchdown. So a lot of players here contributing to this victory. Be remiss not to mention Jacob Place too. There in the first half had 3 big receptions there to you know, keep them balanced offensively and give them a good opportunity here to keep those scoring drives alive.
Now the Chiefs will circle it up at center field. And there should be a presentation of the big trophy. This will be one of those things that these kids will look back on later in life and with fond memories, I would think.
Yeah, I'm sure these coaches down here for the Rams are telling their players not to hang their heads. You know, they had a very successful season. You know, this is their first loss of the year and coming in the championship game. And you know, these players are going to appreciate these trophies, you know, when they get home tonight and down, you know, later on in life.
Well, and I think that what Coach Compton mentioned before the game was that they wanted to earn respect. That's the only way to get respect, and I'm sure that Wapak team across the field respects this team after playing against them today.
Yeah, you know, facing both these teams throughout the year, they have classy coaches, and their players are clean. You know, they do a good job of you know, displaying sportsmanship, playing it the right way, playing a tough game and physical, and you know, they're both successful because of it.
They're bringing the Chiefs to the center of the field, along with the cheerleaders over there. And it looks like they might be creeping up on the far side there with some water.
Yeah, they've got a lot of coaches to go after, so we'll see who they decide to.
Oh, and Coach Myers did get it.
Yep. Maybe other coaches had something to had some idea that was coming.
They might have. It seemed like they got out of the way pretty quick. Yeah, Coach Myers is feeling that today, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Well,
a lot of happiness there on the Chiefs side. You know, they've had a tough season, you know, with a little setback with Jace Copeland's injury, but you know, they hung with it and they won every ball game. And,
well, and clearly they practiced their dance moves.
Yes.
They were in sync on that one. And there you see all of the members of the USV team.
Yeah, the USV team has nothing to hang their hat about. You know, they've had a very good year. They just came up a little short in this game. Wow. That looks like something I used to do back in the day.
Did you?
Yeah, the old centipede.
I don't think I could get up after doing something like that.
I wouldn't dare try it today.
Well, it was a good atmosphere here today. Both crowds were into the ball game. USV brought a good crowd up here. Obviously, the Wapak folks were here in town. As we take a look at our final statistics.
Yeah, Wapakoneta, you know, 34-22 outcome here. They were able to put up a few more rushing yards there in that last drive, 303-242. Passing yards just about even. USV made some pass attempts there at the end to get them back in the ball game, 64-57. Total yards very similar there, 306-360. Not a lot of difference. Wapak has the edge on the first down, 16-11. And that turnover that Wapak had in the second half did give USV a little bit of confidence, and then they went on to score. 2 turnovers for USV in the first half, probably critical, though, hard to overcome.
Yeah, time of possession clearly on the side of Wapak there. But as you mentioned, the two early turnovers really put USV in a hole that they had a hard time climbing out of.
Well, and it was that first possession, too, that interception, that just gives the momentum, and that's what midget football is predicated on, is confidence and momentum, and gave the Chiefs the early advantage there, and they went on to score. And sometimes that team that scores first is the one that ends up being victorious.
Right, and I think, as you mentioned early on, USV got kind of taken out of their game plan a little bit because they found themselves down by 2 scores so quickly.
Yeah, they like to run the ball. Donovan was doing a pretty good job there in the first half, running up the middle. They like to get number 10, Keith, out there on the edge. And unfortunately for them, with those 2 turnovers, they weren't able to stick with their game plan.
Well, they're bringing the Chiefs out. Looks like they're going to hand out the little trophies, the individual trophies.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this big hardware you're talking about there, Dan.
They better, they're going to make a liar out of me if they don't bring that thing out here. See how they're going to handle it. Now, see that guy over there straining to drag that gigantic trophy?
My Lord.
Now that's what you call a trophy over there.
He needs some help.
Right.
Maybe I should go over there and help him.
You have not seen that thing up close.
No, I haven't.
Now, it looks like they're going to hand out the individual ones there and then get a team picture with that trophy.
This Chiefs team is loaded with 6th graders, so it'd be interesting to see how they carry on their football careers into the school football arena. Many of these 6th graders are participating in an all-star game. There's going to be a game in 2 weeks, and
now, is that open to 5th and 6th graders or just 6th graders?
It's strictly for the 6th graders. It's to give these kids an opportunity to play together. There's 4 Wapakoneta teams participating, and we're going to bring all those players together and give them a little taste of what it's going to be like next year when they're all on the same team.
Right.
Wow, look at that trophy. Now, Dan, do you know, is that a traveling trophy or is that?
I believe it is.
Okay.
But I did not get up close enough. They wouldn't let me near it. They thought I looked kind of shady probably. But, yeah, that thing weighs close to the weight of some of the players on the team, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can see there the front of the trophy. It does look like they probably have past champions listed on there.
Right.
Now, you think they're going to be sipping champagne out of that thing like the Stanley Cup trophy?
You get some Kool-Aid going, maybe.
Yeah, sparkling grape juice.
Right. You're just not allowed to have that on the field because that's an artificially colored beverage. You're not allowed to have this on the field.
Sure.
So, well, a good contest here today between these 2 teams.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining game, back and forth, and, featured a lot of running, obviously, but some critical pass plays also.
Yeah, and the turnovers early decided the game, it seemed. So, okay, well, the trophy's been handed out, the hardware distributed, and this Chiefs team will take home the rewards of a hard-fought season and a great game today. So that'll do it for us. Want to thank all the guys that made it possible today. Alan, nice working with you this afternoon.
Thank you, Dan.
And the Chiefs come away a winner by a final score of 34-26. 22, excuse me. They turned the scoreboard off on me. 34-22. So a strong win for Wapakoneta today. And we want to thank all of you for joining us. You've watched the Junior Buckeye Super Bowl. here on Game Face Ohio. Thanks for joining us.